Hey guys, happy Monday. We are on week 3 of this cycle, and we're going to be doing overhead squats today. So we've done back squats, front squats, and now we're going to do overhead squats. So we're going to take a 12-minute window, build up to a heavy set of 3. All right, so I'll give some scaling options. Overhead squats are very challenging. This is the foundation of snatching. Okay, it's the most challenging squat that we do. So let's talk about it. Coming out of the rack, you're going to come out with the bar on your rack. So nothing too crazy here. All right, stand straight up, take a step back. Okay, then you're going to find your grip. So the grip here, we tell people, does not have to be exactly your snatch grip, but if you want to train the overhead squat for your snatch, I would match the grip. Okay, so from here, you're going to push press. If it's really heavy, you'll jerk it overhead. So that means you're going to drive from the legs and stable the bar up overhead. Stabilize the bar overhead, okay? If it were really heavy, right, you're going to have to jerk it, right, which means maybe something like this if it's super, super heavy, okay? But again, priority here is shoulder position. So you're pushing up, armpit should stay facing forward, elbow pitch facing the sky, all right? A little flex in the wrist. I'll demo all this stuff, but really prioritizing good shoulder position. Sit the hips back, push the knees out, get a good deep squat for a set of 3. Okay, when you're done, if you're tired, you can drop the bar to the ground as long as there's bumper plates, not an empty bar like this, all right? If you're comfortable, you will catch it on your back and then walk it back in. Okay? So again, this is really hard if you don't have good thoracic mobility for that overhead position. So we never want to squat with the arms bending. So you're taking time to get set up. Even if you just use the barbell and you're just learning, just go tempo, go slower. Really take your time to reinforce that position. Focus on the knees, not wobbling around. Okay? If you can't make it all the way down, go as deep as you can. Stand back up. A set of maybe 5, tempo, nice and slow. Great just to work on position and improve your Olympic lifting as well. All right? If you cannot overhead squat, it hurts your shoulder, you just don't enjoy it, wrist issues, any of that stuff, you can do a front squat instead. Okay? Same thing. Really working on that good vertical torso. Okay? So in these 12-minute sets, we've been saying try to get at least 5 challenging sets. So that's our strength today. Let's talk about conditioning. All right, guys, our conditioning today is a 12-minute AMRAP. We have single arm overhead squats, challenging movement, so I'll give you some options for that. Double unders and toes to bar. All right, so it's going to go like this. We're going to do 10 single arm overhead squats with one arm. Okay, then we're going to do 25 double unders, 10 overhead squats with the other arm, and then 10 toes to bar for 12 minutes. Just work through that. So the single arm overhead squat. So again, same as what we just did with the overhead squat, requires some good thoracic shoulder mobility. So you're pushing up, keeping that dumbbell close to the ear. Okay, if you don't have good mobility, the weight will shift forward and it's going to be hard to go down. So if you cannot get a full depth squat, you can do partial range of motion if you want to work on it. Again, kind of lighter tempo, not as much fun in the workout and the conditioning. So if you want to be able to go a little faster, a little heavier, just drop it down to a single arm front squat. Okay, so you can do that. That'll be 10 each arm per round. Okay, the double under. All right, so the double under, hopefully you're working on these each week. Just start with, you're warming up and learning using those singles. Look at my elbow position. They're back. Okay, chest is up. And then you start working in some doubles. Okay, as you get better. Okay, but again, focus always on the chest up. Start with basic singles. You don't want to be doing singles when you're learning and starting out here. Okay, so try to get the elbows in, feel the wrists. 25 per round. This is meant to be unbroken. So if you're just learning, do less reps. You can get a few reps, pick the same number each round, or just do as many as you can in 30 seconds and move on. All right, so that's the double under. Then we have the toes to bar. So toes to bar. All right, again, working on range of motion, okay, ideally over time. Most people start with the hanging knee raise. Okay, so when you do this, pull the knees up as high as you can, okay? Don't just go above parallel. Pull as high as you can. As you get better, if you can't touch your toes to the bar and knees are feeling a little easy, you're doing those all the time, do toes halfway. So do toes to about eye level, okay? So you're working on that range of motion, working on that controlled swing. If you have any grip or shoulder issues, find a lower bar, put your feet on the floor, and again, see how high you can go with the toes, okay? Notice from the side, you can see that my knees are still close to my body, okay? This is how that high knee raise will help, okay? So if you have any grip or shoulder issues, and even that doesn't feel good, go to the floor and just work on some V-ups, okay? There's only 10 per round, so it's a great opportunity to work on some strength, or you can do tuck-ups, make sure that your feet stay off the ground the whole time, but that's it. We do have a little finisher as well. All right, guys, so we're gonna finish off with some sled work. For bigger classes, and even in any class, this is not a workout for time. We just wanna get some good movement. We're gonna work, there's sleds that you can use straps to pull backwards, and there's sleds that you can push forwards, okay? So you can use any combination of each, share. We're gonna try to build up to do about 200 meters total, okay? So share, go length of the room, there and back, adjust the weight as needed. This is not meant to be a workout, more of some continuous cool down work. So think about 200 meters total and have fun with it. Good cool down. See you tomorrow.